Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that might not be on your everyday health radar but is incredibly important for understanding your metabolic health, C-peptide specifically. We're going to uncover the shocking truth about high C-peptide levels and what they really mean for your body. Stick around because this information could be a game changer for you or someone you know. So, what exactly is C-peptide? Think of it as a byproduct. When your pancreas produces insulin, it starts as a larger molecule called proinsulin. This proinsulin then splits into two parts, active insulin and C-peptide. They are released into the bloodstream in equal amounts. This is a crucial point. While insulin gets used up by the body pretty quickly, C-peptide hangs around in the bloodstream for much longer, making it a more stable and reliable marker for how much insulin your body is actually making. Doctors often use the C-peptide test to get a clear picture of insulin production. For example, in people with type 1 diabetes, the pancreas makes very little or no insulin, so their C-peptide levels would be very low. In contrast, today we're focusing on the other end of the spectrum, high C-peptide levels. So, what does it mean if your C-peptide is high? In simple terms, high C-peptide means your body is producing a lot of insulin. You might think, isn't more insulin a good thing? Well, not necessarily. This is where things get interesting and a bit shocking for some. High insulin production is often a sign that your body is struggling with something called insulin resistance. Let's break down insulin resistance. Imagine insulin is a key that unlocks your cells to let glucose, or sugar, in for energy. With insulin resistance, the locks on your cells become rusty. They don't respond to the key as well as they should. So, your pancreas works overtime, pumping out more and more insulin and, therefore, more C-peptide, to try and force those stubborn cell doors open and get the glucose out of your bloodstream. This state of high insulin, known as hyperinsulinemia, is a major red flag. It's the body screaming for help. High C-peptide levels are the evidence of that scream. It's often a precursor to type 2 diabetes. For years, your pancreas can compensate by making extra insulin, keeping your blood sugar in a normal range. You might get a normal blood sugar test and think everything is fine, but underneath the surface, your C-peptide levels could be telling a very different, more urgent story. This is the shocking part. Many people are walking around with normal blood sugar but high C-peptide, completely unaware that they are deep into insulin resistance and on a fast track to serious health problems. These problems aren't just limited to type 2 diabetes. Chronic high insulin levels are linked to a host of other issues: weight gain, especially around the belly, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and even an increased risk for certain types of diseases. It's a condition often referred to as metabolic syndrome, and high C-peptide is a key indicator. So why isn't this test more common? Often, doctors focus on blood glucose because it's the direct measure of sugar in your blood, but C-peptide gives us a look behind the curtain. It tells us how hard your body is working to maintain that blood sugar level. It's a proactive measurement, not a reactive one. Asking your doctor for a C-peptide test, especially if you have risk factors like a family history of diabetes, are overweight, or have a sedentary lifestyle, can provide invaluable insight into your metabolic health long before your blood sugar starts to climb. Now for the good news. If you discover you have high C-peptide levels, it's not a life sentence, it's a wake-up call. Because it's often driven by lifestyle, it can be managed and even reversed with lifestyle changes. The primary focus is on improving your body's sensitivity to insulin. The number one strategy is nutrition. Reducing your intake of processed foods, sugary drinks, and refined carbohydrates is essential. These foods cause huge spikes in blood sugar, forcing your pancreas to work even harder. Instead, focus on a diet rich in whole foods, non-starchy vegetables, healthy fats like avocados and olive oil, quality proteins, and high-fiber foods. Fiber is fantastic because it slows down the absorption of sugar, leading to a more gradual rise in blood glucose and less demand on your pancreas. Next up is movement. Regular physical activity is like a magic bullet for insulin resistance. When you exercise, your muscles become much more sensitive to insulin. They can take up glucose from the bloodstream with less insulin required. You don't have to become a marathon runner overnight. Even brisk walking, cycling, swimming, or strength training for 30 minutes most days of the week can make a massive difference. Consistency is far more important than intensity. Stress management is another critical piece of the puzzle. Chronic stress leads to high levels of the hormone cortisol, which can directly cause insulin resistance and drive up blood sugar. Finding healthy ways to manage stress, whether it's through meditation, yoga, spending time in nature, or a hobby you love, is not just good for your mind, it's essential for your metabolic health. And please, don't neglect your sleep. Poor sleep quality and quantity can wreak havoc on your hormones, including insulin. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. This allows your body to rest, repair, and regulate its hormonal systems properly. Now, I want to touch on a topic that's gaining a lot of attention in the health and wellness space: peptides. While C-peptide is a marker, there are other peptides being researched for their therapeutic potential. One you might have heard of is BPC-157 BPC-157, which stands for Body Protection Compound, is a synthetic peptide chain that has been studied for its regenerative and healing properties, particularly for gut health and tissue repair. While research is ongoing and it's important to approach these things with caution and professional guidance, some studies suggest that improving gut health can have a positive downstream effect on inflammation and metabolic function. The gut metabolism axis is a fascinating area of science. A healthy gut lining can reduce systemic inflammation, which is a known contributor to insulin resistance. While BPC-157 is not a direct treatment for high C-peptide, it highlights the interconnectedness of our body's systems. Always remember to consult with a qualified healthcare professional before considering any new supplements or treatments. Their guidance is essential to ensure safety and appropriateness for your specific health situation. To wrap things up, high C-peptide is a powerful early warning signal that your body is under metabolic stress from insulin resistance. It's a sign that your pancreas is in overdrive, but it's also a crucial opportunity to take control of your health before more serious problems develop. By focusing on a whole foods diet, regular exercise, stress management, and quality sleep, you can improve your insulin sensitivity, lower your C-peptide levels, and dramatically reduce your risk of chronic disease. If you're concerned about your metabolic health, have a conversation with your doctor. Ask about getting your fasting insulin and C-peptide levels tested, in addition to your blood sugar and A1C. Knowledge is power, and understanding these numbers can give you the motivation you need to make lasting positive changes. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope this information was helpful and empowering. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future content. Share this with anyone who you think might benefit. Until next time, take care and be well.